We are live. And it is great for me to be saying that right now. 25, man. It's awesome. Awesome achievement. So I just want to take time to thank all of you to press that button. I haven't posted in a while. I will either cover that in this stream or in a future video of what happened and what has been going on in that 3 to 4 week hiatus break of not posting content. If you follow my Twitter, you know that my next film review is 7. So that is still planned to do that review, along with The Way Back will be the one after 7. And I'll do an underwater review. So those 3 films are the reviews coming out next. So you have in the specific order 7 first, then The Way Back, then Underwater. So that's getting the content that you can expect from me review-wise coming back. Now let's get back to the seriousness. I can't be more glad of what has happened. I started making content 4 or 5 months ago. Off of my phone, no microphone, crappy camera. It took from a few live streams on other platforms, to then recording off of a tripod for my phone on YouTube, to now the iPad with a phone, with a microphone. So next, camera. After that, lighting. And then now we're fully professional. So it's all because of you guys. You continue clicking that button. I continue growing. I continue to feel support. And, but there's a shot here building this community. And so, again, this stream is meant as a thank you to all of you guys. And if any of you guys watch this stream replay, I do have a Discord. I will attempt to put a link in this live chat to that said Discord in a little bit. And in that Discord, we can talk about all different kinds of things. As I get going and learn Discord a bit more, I'll probably post, like updates and, upload notifications. Like I'll send a message when I upload a video, or I'll post in the Discord. There'll also be voice chats for us to play Among Us. I'm pretty big into that game, so there will be voice chats for the members there. So I just started up this Discord not too long ago. If you want to join it, if you're a subscriber, you can join it. But even if you're not a subscriber, but let's be real here, just take that millisecond that it takes to click on the subscription button. It helps me out. It makes me feel better about my content, and that I'm not as bad as 90% of people who watch my content don't subscribe, and that is accurate. That is accurate, actually. I'm considering bringing back the segment where I post, the percentage of people who aren't subscribed to my channel. It's gone up since I've had some of those few big videos, like the Tenet ones have done pretty good, especially the most recent trailer reaction and the Marilyn Manson We Are Chaos reaction. Those both got a pretty decent amount of views. And what happened with those, it took my view count in terms of percentage from subscribed to unsubscribed. It took about 70+% that were not subscribed in terms of viewers to like 92%. So if just half of the people who watch those videos, we could have 100 subscribers on the channel. If just half of them click the button. And not being greedy, it's amazing to think that if only half of people who watched one video would get us to 100. That's it's an amazing thought that we even hit that, and I appreciate every little goal. Anyone who followed my social medias, they know this. I posted on my Instagram story when I hit 10 subscribers. I posted, it was the theme to Jackass and I kind of did a thanks everyone for 10 subscribers, because that's 10 different people. I'm not one of those people that, message my family going, hey, subscribe to my channel. I wasn't trying to get free subscriptions. I wanted to see if I could actually, gain subscribers through the algorithm of YouTube. Try to learn the algorithm rather than just approach family members or friends and ask them to subscribe. The only time that would ever really come up is when I said I was doing something and then they would ask, and I just naturally mentioned it was a YouTube video. And then I would mention what I do on YouTube, and then they want to subscribe. Then I'll, show them my channel, and they subscribe, of course. But I don't say subscribe to my channel. I really need it, nothing like that. So for me getting to 25 subscribers, that means usually it's people who probably don't know me too well or at all, or don't know me in person, are the ones subscribing to my channel. So that's truly an accomplishment there, because I started from nothing. And I know in the TikTok I posted, I'm going to keep it up. I mentioned 2 to 3 months ago I started uploading content. That's because it felt like 2 to 3 months ago for me, but really it's 4 to 5 months ago. Really 5 months ago. But I really didn't upload my first real serious video. I feel like, I don't know what a serious video is. I didn't really start. I feel like my content got in a good groove about 4 months ago, not 5 months ago. I know 5 months ago I posted my first true video, which was the Extraction review. And I still believe that 4 months in, besides some of those few videos since then that have been pretty spotty, the Gentleman review had some camera problems with aspect ratio. It glitched out and gave me a weird aspect ratio. Same thing with the Halloween films ranked. It gave me so many problems trying to record those films. I ended up filming it, I believe, through my phone instead of the iPad. And what ended up happening when I did that route, it didn't turn out very well for you guys. And I mean, what ended up leading one thing to the other. And that was a very repetitive sound, and it was one of my least liked videos. I don't have any videos, luckily, yet that have more dislikes than likes, but that one came close. Last time I checked, I had 3 likes and 2 dislikes. And really, I uploaded that one because I spent so many hours trying to get that type of video made. And I could just never really get it the way I wanted to. So I kind of just settled for at least getting it made somehow and putting it out there, even though I knew it wasn't the best. I know that's not the best way to go about it, but at the same time, I just couldn't bring myself to put something out there, attempt to put something out there and it fall apart and just quit. I felt like I had to at least do my duty and, put it out there and see how it ended up turning out. And that video was, I will agree, it was probably my worst video. And then, I got in a good groove with the last 2 to 3 videos, I believe. I think those was when I was really getting in my groove, really getting a grasp on the editing of it. And I believe probably my Tenet review, my most recent video from about 3.5 weeks ago, probably has my best editing. I mean, I kept some parts in where I poked fun and at myself because I was acting like a complete bozo, complete idiot. I wasn't being the smartest, sharpest knife in the drawer, if you know what I mean. And so yeah, I wasn't being the absolute smartest person in that moment. And it happened to me it happened to me at least twice. So that is something that if you guys want to see me make some bloopers, I kept some actual bloopers, so if you want to call them that, in the video. I left in a technical difficulty that occurred at the very beginning. To those of you who haven't watched that video that you do want to watch it, I have a volume warning. It's not ear rape. It's just if you have the volume loud, it could hurt your ears like it hurt mine for about 10 to 15 minutes that day. I couldn't hear very well for a while, and I was starting to get a little worried that, a technical difficulty was going to make me have some hearing loss. The joys of content creation. What are you going to do? But anyway, that's besides the point. So yeah, just so you guys know that there's I do issue a volume warning on that video, the Tenet review. So yeah, that's the content you can expect coming out soon, or those 3 reviews. And another surprise thing that's been going on quietly behind the scenes. I have been working. Santiago, I would say, would be the more accurate statement, has been working on more film score tracks, and he's come up with some great ones. And so expect more film tracks for the film score of Internal Fracture to be posted on this channel as well. Expect more of those tracks to be posted for my first ever feature film. It I call it a feature film, and the reason why is because that's my goal. I want it to be a feature film. Whether I got to put it out on YouTube, that would be last resort. Would be through a YouTube channel me engaged with create called Wilson and Stewart Films, and we would just throw it out on there. Worst case scenario. Best case, we get to a film festival. But if we don't get to a film festival, we can throw it up on YouTube. Hope the algorithm pushes it, and at least our work has been completed. But I am open that if worst case scenario does become a thing, and we have to put it out on YouTube, I would be open to a short mini series approach, where it is sections, where with the original runtime of the feature film would be chopped into a mini series of portions. And this would occur if it goes to YouTube only, and we upload it on the YouTube channel. It would be something that I would consider. But if we can get it to a festival, or even better, a streaming service, or get it to professional places, then we don't have to worry about that. If we cannot, then we'll just throw it up on here, and we'll make the best decision of whether or not it's best as a feature or best as a mini series. But expect that film score to be done soon. We already have 9 posted tracks on the playlist, all of which are amazing work by him, and he's an actor by trade, guys. He's not a composer. He likes to do that stuff on the side. He volunteered because he's a friend of mine, and he's just been doing absolutely amazing. He's just really been understanding, what it is I'm going for with this story, and it's truly great to just see when he sends me a track, and just know that I'm not a genius when it comes to describing what I want. I'll give him an emotion that I want people to feel, or a vibe, or a character that I want this track to tie into, and then he kind of latches onto that and plays with it, and it works very well. And so it's truly great for someone like me who's not really into the cadence, that's what you want to call it, or I don't know all the vocabulary. I'm an aspiring filmmaker. I'm not an experienced filmmaker. And so the fact that he can pick up on those things and really just get it going is truly great for me, and it's great for him as well. So all in all, great stuff here. As you can see, my OCD is now acting up because I'm having to constantly move this effing microphone to where I feel content with the placement. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So that's what you can expect on that end. More film score posts coming into the future for you guys. And I guess since right now I'm just kind of just chatting to the people who hopefully watch this in playback, the reason why I took the hiatus, there's been a lot of things going on this year. It has been rough for a lot of people, and I'm not here to pretend that and even say that I got the worst end of the stick, because I didn't. There are a lot of people out there that are going through worse things that I can't begin to comprehend. And to those people, I truly hope it gets better for you. And you didn't deserve what happened to you. There's this talk going around of this year being very taxing and brutal to experience, and it's been a little bit like that at times for me as well. And I mentioned this in a prior TikTok that I needed to take a little break, and I took a mini break, but it wasn't very noticeable in terms of my YouTube frequency and posting. I think I took a span of time where I didn't post a video for maybe anywhere from 10 to 13 days. It wasn't nearly as long as this one. And that one was, I just felt overwhelmed and overworked, with also just I needed to relax because my mental health was not at the uh, best of places, and it got worse, and I needed to take a break. And to those people who wanted to watch my content, I apologize that happened, but I wish I could control it. I don't wake up every day wishing on being mentally, physically, and emotionally drained. I don't wish it on me. I don't wish it on anyone. And it's just something that you may not be able to explain all that well, but it happens, whether you want it to or not, whether you want it to happen to you or not. And you should never want this to happen to you. Mental health is not something that anyone should ever want on anybody. It's not. It's not an excuse to just lay around. People lay around when their mental health is bothering them because they don't have the energy to do anything else. They're not being lazy. They want to do those things, but they're trapped in their own mind. They're trapped in their own thoughts and emotions to the point where they don't have the confidence and they don't see the point in doing anything. And that was me for a little over 3 weeks. And it's gotten better, but it just comes and goes. There are times where for me it cranks up, and then there are times where it goes away for a little bit, and I can get back to making content and actually feel like I'm invested and I'm not just selling out for everybody. So just know that if that is something you guys are going through, any mental health problems, I'll eventually put a section of that in my Discord, and you guys can talk about that because I have been having my own issues with that. And I've always had my own, set of insecurities, whether or not people really want to acknowledge or respect that. I have. And yeah, I've always had my own little bit of insecurities, and I'm not trying to put myself above anybody. It's the opposite. I put myself below nearly everybody. Everyone on this platform, I technically put myself below. I don't see myself nearly as good as them, or that could ever be as good as them. So I think that's why I get so excited every milestone. I just feel more like surprised and shocked that this many people, just 25 people even, want to watch my content that much that they clicked a button to be notified, looking at this face, talking about anything. Just really, it's really a big pick me up sometimes. And I know it's a lot to put on people, and I know it's a lot to ask for, and it's a lot to put yourself out there because of the toxicity of the internet. And I know that there are going to be people out there that are going to hate on this. They're going to say I'm clout chasing, or that I'm just trying to get an algorithm push by saying this. This wasn't the first time that I took a break from content creation. I've been off social media in terms of posting on social media for months. YouTube was really the only platform, if you want to call it a social media platform, that was actually posting anything. TikTok, sure, I was posting little short TikTok videos just like anyone else was, because they were very quick to put on a fake face for about a minute tops. Whereas my film reviews can run anywhere from 7 minutes upwards of to 15 minutes. And then really those are edited down now. I've learned how to edit down pretty well. So really I could just sit here and talk and ramble about a film for 20, 25 minutes and cut that down to a best of 10 to 15 minutes. And that's a lot to ask of somebody, to go off and do these things. So again, I'm not freaking clout chasing, because this isn't the first time I've had to take a break, and I've had a longer break from posting like Instagram. I've never made an actual Instagram post since, I believe, May was the last time I actually had an Instagram post, and I think the last time I had a story post was at least 2.5 to 3 weeks ago. So I've just been really out of it. I've just been really drained in every sense of the fashion, and just feeling down and out and I may not have the best explanation as to why, but it's how I feel. I can't change how I feel about that. I can't. I want to. I'd love to be able to, but I can't. And so now that I've made you feel miserable, we can, move on. And I want to propose something. It is getting late. I expected originally for this to be a bigger live in terms of the length, but nobody has hopped in yet. I'm not freaking out. I'm not greedy. I'm not looking for numbers. It's nothing like that. But it's late for me. You guys can still watch this in playback. So I'm not afraid of that. Basically, I want to leave you guys with this announcement, and we'll probably wrap up after that, and it'll just be a shorter live than I originally expected. But that's okay. Things happen, and you can never be prepared for them. Go with the flow, right? So here's what we're gonna do. I've thought about this for a little bit now. Don't expect this to be something coming very, very soon, or for it to be something coming in a week or a day or a month. Just know it's coming somewhere down the line if you guys would be interested. And if you are and you're watching this in playback, then just be sure to comment that you would be interested if I did a gaming channel. And it would be a lot of games. There would be possibly Skyrim, definitely Among Us. But yes, there would be Among Us gameplays. There'd be Skyrim gameplays. Madden for sure, and that would be where I would get a big portion of my name, my gaming channel name, my ideal name, or the name I've come up with would be Nord Rage. I think it's a good clash of two things I do most when I game. Nord being playing as a Nord in Skyrim. It's just the race I typically do, besides the current build in Skyrim I'm doing right now, which is a Dark Elf Mage. So, even though right now I've strayed away from that for like the past weekend, done nothing but one-handed attacks, but that's besides the point. But anyway, the rage part comes from Madden. That's where my biggest points of raging in gaming have come from. And one, because I'm a competitive person. And two, because that game is just a steaming pile of shit. And why do I buy it? And why do I want it every year? Because it's the only option you fucking have. It's either that or you don't get a football game. I mean, that's Madden for you. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's embarrassing that $1 billion company gives you that level of quality, but here we are. And so there you go. So yeah, if you guys are interested in Nord Rage gaming or Nord Rage YouTube channel, it would be in the featured channels portion, or at least I believe I could put it there. I'll see how I can get that to work out. If not, it'll just be a channel that won't be in my channels list on this channel. It will just be a gaming channel, but it will be me. And then I will just link my other channels in the about section of the Nord Rage channel. We'll work around it and, get everything tied in. But if I can't put it in the channels section of my personal channel, this channel, then we'll find another way to make it work. But if you guys want to see Nord Rage make a debut, maybe sometime this year or next year, just let me know. Let me know if you want that, and I can do that. Now, most likely it'll be next year, maybe even early 2022 before Nord Rage fully becomes a thing, because I would love to do PC. I want to get a PC build. And the build I'm currently looking at that I have saved on Amazon, I saved this build from a 4K modding Skyrim video, where it was Skyrim in 4K with a lot of mods, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. And really, what it was I want to have a PC that can run that type of thing. I want a PC that can run great graphics, you know, that can handle high frame rates, or that is not going to crash, that has good memory and RAM, and that can run upper echelon games. I don't want to have to worry about having to upgrade. I want to have already a pretty good. It doesn't even necessarily be. It doesn't need to be freaking Doctor Disrespect over here. I don't need, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars poured into that PC. I don't need that. But the current bill I'm looking at is anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, and I'm going to say probably by the time I buy, it's going to be max 4,500, and it's not very cheap. I'm talking about everything from the motherboard, graphics card, the actual units where you put everything in, the monitor, and just all that. It's going to be a lot. And I'm going to have to freaking watch videos of people putting it together, learn how to even put it together. So it's going to be a whole nother journey. And I'll probably post that on this channel, even though I'm a film review channel, just because I like to poke fun at myself and make myself look like a dumbass. So I'll probably post that on here, you know, make myself look like a little bit of a dumbass for you for a YouTube video. So yeah, if you guys want to see Nord Rage be a thing, just say, you could go Nord Rage hype, you can post that in comments, or just say, you know, yes to Nord Rage, or however you want to word it. And that will be a thing, and then I'll guys keep you posted on periodically as I make progress to that. And another channel, I don't have an idea for a name, but I've mentioned this in my podcast. I haven't posted a podcast episode in a very long time. And at least, I think we're closing in now on almost 2 months without a podcast up episode. And that makes me feel very embarrassed. And that podcast is my child, almost, you know. And I don't even like talking about it like that, because I'm at a point right now in my life where I don't even think I want kids. I don't know if I'm ever gonna feel any different. But I mean, you never know. That's besides the point. That's not what I'm here talking about. But yeah, the podcast, it's a great thing. But again, mental health, man, that's what caused me to quit. And it just got me to quit everything for a bit. And for a bit, I mean, like at least 2 to 3 weeks, I was just out of it, not really feeling anything. But I want to get back into the swing of things. I want to try to ignore it. I want to try to sludge through. I'm in a better spot right now for a little bit. If it ever cranks back up, I'm going to need to take another hiatus. Hopefully we don't ever get to that point. So hopefully we don't have to ever worry about that. But yeah, if you guys want to see the paranormal investigation channel, and this would be an interesting one. This one might be a difficult one to get off the ground in terms of beginning or starting, because we're gonna be investigating places we believe be haunted, and we're gonna have to find places not only that we believe are haunted or that people believe are haunted, but these same people will let us investigate at nighttime. So that's going to be a thing we're going to have to figure out how to do, but I'm always open to it. I'd love to do that as well. So you can say, if you want to see the paranormal channel, let me know in the comments if you want that as well, because it's something I've wanted to do. And I mentioned that in the podcast, that I want to open up a podcasting, either a paranormal investigation channel or do paranormal investigations and upload those, those investigations somewhere. I just thought YouTube would be a good place for those said investigations. Because as you guys know, I do believe in paranormal, I do believe in spirits, I do believe in ghosts, and I find that investigating these types of things very interesting, at least to me. And the idea of investigating that and discovering proof of that, it just gives me so much, like, it just does something like satisfactory to me. I can't really fully explain it. Very much more than that. It just gives me a good feeling every time I see something that proves the existence of this. I guess maybe it comes from a place of arrogance and confidence and cockiness, a sense of "I told you so," because there's a lot of naysayers in the world, especially probably Christianity has a lot of belief that you either pass on to heaven or hell. There is no in between. There is no middle ground. And I feel like there's so much evidence that proves to the contrary. And I feel like that is why maybe I get so much satisfaction, because I'm no longer a religious person myself. But I respect anyone's right, of course, to be that way. Because I used to be myself, so I'd be a hypocrite to condemn anybody for being that, just because I'm not anymore, you know. But anyway, but yeah, that's why I guess I find some satisfaction in that. But yeah, if you're interested in the paranormal channel, also let me know about that. I think that'll probably do it for this live. It was a short one, but I think it was a productive one. You know, no one came in and we didn't really chat for a bit. But yeah, since someone came in, I didn't really need to post the Discord link, but I will post that. I'll mention it in future videos, and I'll post it down in the description of those videos. Again, I appreciate you guys for, that are going to watch this and play back, hopefully. And if you do, if you're a subscriber, thank you very much for clicking that button, getting me to 25. Thank you very much. And also to people who have just watched my videos, I now have over 1,200 total views on my channel. Thank you. Thank you to the 1,200 views over that and counting. Thank you to the 25 subscribers and hopefully counting. And if you like film reviews and film talk, consider clicking that subscribe button. Consider watching more of my videos and stick around and join this community here. I not only appreciate it, but I've built, and not only just me, but these subscribers have also helped build just a great group of people here that watch these videos. They've just left absolutely amazing comments. Especially when I was at my lowest point almost. And at least my lowest point in a while. And I want to see if I can pull this up. It's not going to get pulled up very, very well, but I want to see if I can find it. I know what video it was from, and it's from a recent one. And it made me just feel really good. If my phone will let me pull it up. Let's see. Here we go. So I'm not going to show. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can really read that all that well. Wait. All right. Okay, yeah, that comment. That comment made me feel, pretty good when I needed to pick me up. So, but yeah, I'm not going to show the name because I don't want to, give anybody, a name exposed that they don't want exposed. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. Again, I appreciate you guys, all of y'all. Guys mean a lot. And actually, now I'm looking at it, I'm closing on 1,300 views. It's amazing stuff. The content's just going to continue to get better, guys. And within the next year to year and a half, hopefully it's shorter, but if not, by either the end of this year or the end of next year, my goal is to have both a lighting and camera setup. So you're going to get better lighting than this. You're going to get more professional lighting, and you're going to get a better camera, more professional looking camera. And then probably by the end of 2021 and into 2022, I'll start looking at, editing for backgrounds and stuff, and I'll just really start taking off at that point. So it's just a goal that if you guys continue to go, you continue, as long as I continue putting in the work and you guys continue to like what I'm putting out for you, I'll continue to do my best to make sure that what you're watching continues to get better and better. So again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that are going to watch this in playback. Thank you guys very much. Hope you guys have a good one. See you in the next live. But again, this live, it'll be a while before I go live probably again. So I'll see you in the 7 review. Have a good one, everyone.